Long ago, in a bustling city at the edge of the desert, there lived a young man named Aladdin. He was the son of a poor tailor, and although he was clever, he preferred to wander the streets, playing games and dreaming of adventures, rather than working to earn a living. One hot afternoon, as the golden sun blazed over the market, a tall man wearing a long black robe and a turban of deep crimson approached Aladdin. His eyes were sharp, and his smile was unsettling. "Young man," the stranger said, "are you not the son of Mustafa, the tailor?" "Yes," replied Aladdin cautiously. "Then I am your long-lost uncle," the man claimed, placing a heavy hand on Aladdin's shoulder. "I have traveled far from a distant land to find you." Aladdin had never heard of such an uncle, but the man's voice carried a strange warmth. The stranger gave him gold coins and fine clothes, and soon gained his trust. That evening, the man led Aladdin beyond the city walls, into the desert, until they reached a valley between two rocky hills. In the center of the valley lay a flat stone with a brass ring in its center. "Lift that stone," the man commanded. Aladdin tried, but it was heavy. The man muttered words in a language Aladdin could not understand, and the stone slid aside with a rumble, revealing a dark passage beneath. "Listen carefully," the man said. "Descend into this passage. You will find a garden of glittering trees, their branches heavy with jewels instead of fruit. Beyond that, a small chamber holds an old brass lamp. Bring me that lamp, and nothing else. Touch nothing else." Aladdin nodded, but as he descended, his eyes widened in awe. Trees glittered with emeralds, sapphires, and rubies. He could not resist plucking a few into his pockets. In the final chamber, he found the lamp, dusty and plain. He picked it up and called to his uncle. "Give it to me first," the man shouted from above. "Dot!" Something in the stranger's voice turned cold. Aladdin hesitated, clutching the lamp. The man's eyes flashed with fury. "Give me the lamp, boy." When Aladdin refused, the man roared, slammed the stone back into place, and vanished into the desert night, leaving Aladdin trapped underground. Dot, in the pitch darkness, Aladdin's hands trembled as he rubbed the lamp to clean it. A sudden flash of light filled the chamber. A towering figure, made of swirling smoke and fire, appeared before him. "I am the genie of the lamp," the being boomed. "Your wish is my command." With a trembling voice, Aladdin cried, "Take me home." In an instant, he found himself back in his small house, the lamp in his hand. His mother, startled, listened in disbelief as Aladdin told the tale. From that day, the lamp became Aladdin's greatest secret. With the genie's magic, he brought riches, fine clothes, and a palace more splendid than the Sultan's own. Yet deep in the shadows of the city, the sorcerer for that is what the stranger truly was waited, plotting to reclaim the lamp and its power. The princess' weeks passed, and Aladdin's life changed. With the genie's help, he wore silks, ate from golden plates, and had more gold coins than he could count. One day, as he wandered through the bazaar, he heard a commotion. The royal guards were clearing the street. "The princess is passing," someone whispered. Aladdin hid behind a spice stall, his heart racing through the crowd. He caught sight of Princess Bedrobadour, her face partly hidden behind a silk veil. Her beauty was unlike anything he had ever imagined. Eyes like midnight, skin like ivory, and a smile that made his breath catch. From that moment, Aladdin knew he must marry her. That evening, he told his mother, "Go to the Sultan's palace. Ask for the princess's hand for me." His mother laughed, thinking it was madness, but Aladdin showed her the treasures the genie had provided, enough gold and jewels to fill a room. The next morning, dressed in their finest clothes, they went to the palace. The Sultan listened politely but said, "Many seek my daughter's hand. Prove your worth and perhaps I shall consider." Aladdin smiled. "Tell me what you desire, my Sultan, and it shall be yours." Part 3. The Sultan's challenge. The Sultan leaned back on his throne. "Very well. Bring me 40 golden trays, each carried by a servant, each tray filled with the finest jewels." Most men would despair at such a task, but Aladdin simply nodded. That night, he summoned the genie. "Bring me 40 golden trays of jewels, with 40 servants to carry them." In the morning, the palace gates opened to a breathtaking sight. A procession of servants in embroidered robes, each holding a tray that sparkled like sunlight on water dot. The Sultan's eyes widened. "You may marry my daughter." Part 4. The wedding. The city rejoiced. Drums and flutes filled the air as Aladdin rode to the palace on a white stallion, wearing a robe stitched with diamonds. The wedding feast lasted for 7 days and nights in his new palace built by the genie in a single night. Aladdin and the princess lived in joy, but far away. The sorcerer who had trapped Aladdin underground heard of his sudden rise to power. Realizing that the boy must have escaped with the lamp, the sorcerer swore. Rivenji. Part 5. The sorcerer's revenge. Disguising himself as a peddler of old lamps, the sorcerer entered the city. He shouted in the streets, "New lamps for old. Trade your dusty old lamp for a shiny new one." The princess, unaware of the lamp's power, saw the dusty brass lamp sitting in her chambers. Thinking it a worthless trinket, she handed it over in exchange for a glittering new one. The sorcerer's eyes gleamed as he rubbed the lamp. In a swirl of smoke, the genie appeared. "I am the servant of whoever holds the lamp. What is your wish?" Take this palace with the princess inside to the deserts of Africa," the sorcerer commanded. In an instant, the palace vanished from the city. Part 6. The quest. When Aladdin returned and saw the empty space where his palace had stood, his heart shattered. The Sultan, furious, ordered his execution, but the people pleaded for Aladdin's life, believing in his innocence. Given 40 days to find the princess, Aladdin wandered the desert, searching. At last, he remembered the magic ring the sorcerer had once given him. Rubbing it, a smaller genie appeared. "I cannot bring back the palace," said the genie of the ring, "but I can take you to it." Part 7. The final confrontation in a distant desert. Aladdin found the palace. That night he crept into the sorcerer's chambers and poured a sleeping potion into his wine. As the sorcerer lay unconscious, Aladdin took the lamp and rubbed it. The genie appeared once more. "My master, what is your command?" "Return the pal and the princess to the city and send this sorcerer where he can never harm us again." With a roar of wind, the palace returned to its rightful place. The princess embraced Aladdin, tears in her eyes. Part 8. The ending. From that day on, Aladdin ruled wisely, never misusing the lamp's power. The genie remained his loyal friend, and the people spoke of his courage for generations. And somewhere, far away, the sands of the desert swallowed the sorcerer's cries.